Dan kami akan mengajak Anda mengupdate situasi di Ukraina dan berbincang bersama dengan salah satu jurnalis lepas di sana. So, Budiman, on a Thursday, it marks the 100 days of Russian invasion in Ukraine, the devastating moment for Ukrainian people and the world. Joining with us from Ukraine, jurnalis Budiman Wichers. Hello, Budiman, good afternoon at Jakarta time now.
Good morning from Ukraine time right here. It's around 8:30 in the morning here.
Okay, Budiman, so where is your position exactly at this moment?
I'm right now in the Bucha, and that's basically the main spot in the beginning of the war, and where are less war crimes being committed by the Russian army. There is already an ICC investigation on the way, and a lot of forensic experts went to this place to do the research and talk to people to what actually happened in this area.
Okay, so how is the situation there? I mean, the people there.
The situation is still very dire. There is still a lack of food. When you go to the supermarket, most of the shelves are still empty, and there is also a lack of fuel. It's normal here to stand in line fuel for about 5 hours to 6 hours, and you can only get like 20 liters of benzene, but people are standing in line because once they think the situation becomes more dire, they want to escape.
So how does the people in Ukraine, especially on the location that you reported now, fulfill their need for food, water, on other basic needs, especially people with their children? Is there still...
Yeah, it is very hard. I've spoken to a lot of people here. They say it's very hard to get food. It's very hard to find clean water, especially clean water. But people are getting by, and there is a lot of aid coming in the last couple of weeks. They are very hopeful there will be more aid in the next month. There's a pledge from lots of countries around the world that they will send in more aid, and that's what they hope for. But they're also very scared because they think the war is not over. And as you know, most of the war has been right now in the eastern part of Ukraine, but they're still very afraid that it's coming back here, this area as well.
Okay, so as you said before, there is any international humanitarian aid there, but yeah, everything is so like now. So people is very difficult to find food and other basic needs. And if you talk about the people, we already informed that you been nearly 3 months in Ukraine, for example, and some people choose to stay in their homeland, while others found way to the shelter outside Ukraine. Do you know why these Ukrainians choose?
Because a lot of people here in Ukraine are very proud of their country, and they believe that their country can eventually overcome this invasion, and they can eventually hope the Russian will go away. But they are willing to fight for the last the last drop of blood. That's what they told me. But there are also refugees coming back to the areas where it is more quiet right now. People that in the beginning fled Ukraine, went to Germany, went to the Netherlands, went to other parts of Europe, but they feel now a little bit more safe, and they are coming back. For example, I was in a bus with about 100 women and children that were from Europe, were going back to their houses, but finding that their houses were completely demolished, and actually nothing was left. So they are now in a hotel, and they are basically taken care of by the people here in Ukraine.
Okay, so the people, there's some people still living under this fear. They live in the danger. So how about the main facilities still properly work there, like hospital or a power plant?
Can you repeat that question?
Yeah, so Budiman, is the main facilities still properly work there, like hospital or power plant?
Yes, most of the infrastructure is working again, and that's again because of the aid that's coming in. Right now, actually, I'm in a place where a lot of fights were going on in the first part of the war, and as you can see behind me, there are all kinds of Russian tanks that were demolished by the Ukrainian army from the air by a drone called the Barakat B2. And you can see, I will move my camera a little bit, and you can see there are lots and lots of tanks, Russian tanks that were demolished by drones.
Okay, Budiman.
And for now, this is actually a place where a lot of people come together and actually get some power out of it, because they say if they can do it here, then they can also do it in the West.
Okay, for the last question, can you give us a conclusion? Is there any international humanitarian aid in your location that you reported, and what are the basic needs by people now?
The basic needs right now are clean water, it's medical supplies, especially medical supplies, because as I told you before, the fight right now is going on in the Donbass. That's also where I'm going in the next couple of days. And people really need those medical supplies, because there is a human disaster going on over there. People trying to escape cannot escape, are very afraid and hope to get to safety somewhere in the next couple of weeks. But there are lots of wounded on the battlefield, and that's why also President Zelen-Sky urges for more medical supplies.
Okay, Budiman, thank you so much for your report. I think this is the end of our interview. Thank you for joining us, and stay safe, Budiman.
Thank you very much.